Bielski. I live at 10021 Gatewood Drive. Good evening, Mayor Ruby, President Harwood, and mayors and members of council. I am the Brecksville resident that initiated the charter amendment to update council to be elected from 4 wards while still retaining the 3 at-large seats. I wanted to take a few minutes to speak to the background and reason for the Citizens Initiative, which we've named Represent Brecksville. First, I'd like to acknowledge that there may be the impression that we rushed this initiative, but in truth, several of us began discussing and researching this as early as January. But then a global pandemic hit. It was not an easy decision to proceed with a petition initiative requiring over 500 signatures during this pandemic, but ultimately we decided it was important and we could not hold off. We worked with other Brecksville residents as well as a private attorney who specializes in municipal law to write the amendment that you see in the petition that is included in your packets tonight. 23 Brecksville residents gathered the necessary signatures to put the charter amendment on the November 3rd ballot for the voters to decide. The signatures we gathered, which was over 700 total, came from all parts of the city. And I have maps for you that I'll leave to show you where exactly that all came from. Some people who signed had just moved to Brecksville a few months ago. Some people have been residents for 40 years or more. We decided to undertake this nonpartisan citizen initiative because we feel that the way council is currently structured with all at-large seats no longer works for a city our size. We believe that this update to the charter will preserve the best parts of how our city runs, such as the great partnership with Sherwin-Williams that you'll be discussing tonight, but also ensures all parts of town have representation on council and therefore a voice. The sections of the city charter that define the all at-large structure of council were adopted in 1957 when we were a village of mostly farms. I-77 didn't exist. The VA, which is now demolished, wasn't even built yet. The turnpike had just opened, and Cuyahoga Valley National Park wouldn't come into existence for 20 more years. Our population was under 5,000, and now it's over 13,600. Most cities in Cuyahoga County and the state with populations over 10,000 have wards to ensure all parts of town have a voice and to improve council's accountability to their constituents. Even the Ohio Revised Code has a statutory plan of municipal government that requires wards if the population is over 10,000. One consistent thing we heard as we gathered signatures was that this update to the charter is long overdue. I'd like to just end by saying that I did see the official email from the city on Friday evening, and thank you for mentioning this amendment in that. But it labeled us as a special interest group, and I'm not exactly sure why President Harwood and Mayor Ruby chose that term. I was disappointed that it did not mention that we are a group of citizens who exercise a right guaranteed to us by the Ohio Constitution and the city charter. I guess I'll just have to assume that you meant that taking an interest in your community and how you are governed is a special interest. But I hope in future official city communications that you will be sure to mention that this is a citizens initiative being completely run by Brecksville residents. Thank you for the time to speak tonight, and I look forward to discussing this with you further. I'll leave these maps. Can I leave them on the table?
Yeah, sure, that's perfect.